So we're out in the market all the time. We were trying to buy things, a couple projects a year. What are we seeing right now in the debt markets? And what are you seeing as the opportunities for us to buy over the next 6 months?
Well, we've seen it in all product types that interest rates have put a ton of distress on all the real estate classes, right? Specifically, office is really in trouble. The good news is rates have come down. Fixed rates have come down some 70 BP over the last 30, 45 days. So there looks like there might be some breaks, and maybe lenders are more willing to work it out because coverages and debt yields are being achieved now. But there's a ton of folks on the sideline, debt-wise, waiting to see some movement. What's going to happen with office? So I think you're going to start to see some office distress sales, maybe some non-performing loan sales on the office side. Industrial, we find that every deal we have, there's plenty of lenders. There's less than there used to be, but there's plenty of lenders to get done what we need to get done, and not really any distress in that industrial side.
Do you have any examples of instead of getting caught on the upcycle, but since rates have legitimately come down in the last 30 days, anything on what we're doing where maybe we sign something up and we're like, oh.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of deals like that. You look at floating rate debt today, and we could be borrowing at 8.5 or 8.3 or whatever. So we've resorted to looking at either buying caps that are in the money to lower that rate, or looking at fixed rate debt. The problem with fixed rate debt is if you locked it in the last 30 to 45 days, you're giving away 70 basis points. So we actually have a loan with a life company where we had a floor that is now probably 70 basis points in the money. So we're hitting pause. Fortunately, we have an extension on the deal and trying to renegotiate with that lender, or we're going to have to go somewhere else because it's just an annual fee of 70 basis points for the 3 to 5 years you hold it. So we have seen that.
So our request going into a deal asking for 30 plus 30 plus 30, this could prove to be really beneficial to our investors.
With two reasons. One, capital markets are choppy, so that 30-day extension is huge. Two, in this case, it's beneficial because hopefully we can get that traded down to a market debt for today, not for 30 days ago. So yes.
And now, who are the players though for loans like that? Are they banks? Are they insurance companies? Who is it?
So you got life companies that are doing a lot of fixed rate debt. Banks are really choppy right now. The regional banks are still kind of reeling, so they're not as active as they were. The local banks have really gotten to the point now that they want deposits. They're really focused on deposits. So you're seeing the debt come from debt funds, life companies, and some other sources, but the fixed rate stuff, we're really seeing a lot of life company interest.
And how much negotiation? If you go to a local bank or you go to a regional bank and say, I'm willing to put $1 million into for our deposits there versus $10 million, do you see a swing on the interest rates?
So it's really a breaker. It's either yes or no. If $1 million of deposits are really just your operating accounts, that's not enough. If you have $5 million from your balance sheet you're willing to put in there, then they'll play. But if you don't have something like that, you're not going to get any quotes out of these regional banks right now. And that includes some of our existing lenders. They've just heard it from up top that we're not going to do this anymore, so it's all about deposits.